Hi everyone, this is Mayor Farrah N, and for today's chat with the mayor, I'm going to be talking to Techno Turtles and Flying Cheese, two teams that have gone global for their robotics competitions. So, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We have the Techno Turtles and Flying Cheese teams here. And so what I'm gonna have you guys do is just introduce yourself real quick.
I'm Kenneth from Flying Cheese. I'm 10 years old, and me and Ezra, my other teammate, are the only members in Flying Cheese.
I'm Ezra, I'm also 10, and I'm part of Flying Cheese.
I'm Jack from Techno Turtle, and I have been working with my teammate Henry for our robotics competition for a while. And I would like for him to introduce himself to you.
All right, my name is Henry, as you heard from him. I'm 11 years old. I'm also part of Techno Turtles, and this is the 4 teams that made it to Worlds, and I think we all should be really proud of our achievements.
Absolutely, we are very proud, because the last time I saw you guys, you had just won at the national level and you were going to global, which is the entire globe of people. So every country is involved and we've got players from all over. So tell me, what got you guys started into robotics?
So my school did robots, and so I kept on doing robots. And one day at the park, me and my friend were playing, and I decided to go to his house because of some event. And his dad asked me what I did, and I said robots, and he asked me what robots. I said VEX IQ, and he said Ezra also does VEX IQ, so we made a team together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How did you guys get started?
So before Pitching In started, back in around 2017, 2018-ish, I also did another season called Squared Away. We did really decent, but because of COVID, most of the events were canceled. Mm-hmm. Jack and his family also were interested in this kind of innovation. Since our families are very close to each other and we're friends, we decided to pair up and create a dynamic duo team. So that's how we started.
That is awesome. So tell me now, when you guys were competing nationally, right? How many people were involved in that? How many teams were out there?
Maybe 60 to 100 teams.
Okay.
That's middle school and elementary combined.
Are you competing at that same level, or are there different divisions?
It's just 2 different events. Middle school competes, elementary competes,
Mm-hmm.
and they're winners for elementary and middle school.
And how did you guys rank in the nationals?
So they ranked the first place, and they got a really good matchup. After some hard battling of max scores, we finally ranked up to second place, and we were in the finals with Techno Turtle.
That is amazing at a national level. So I know that's when I met you, and it was so exciting to hear that now you're going to go to global. So tell me a little bit about what that was like.
So for World/Global, the whole place is huge, right? It's 10 different nationals in one place. So one team wins the finals in their division. It's not over yet. Sure, you might get a trophy, but you have to go to the dome to compete in the overall finals, where all the winners from all the different divisions compete together and battle out to see who can come out on the top.
Share with me what the dome is like.
So the dome, it's a huge movie theater, but without TV screens, and there's this huge pit in the middle.
And how many people are watching this?
Most likely a bunch of people, not only in the stands, but there's also this recording of every match.
Probably 1 to 2 million people
Wow.
Yeah,
across the world.
because the VEX TV website too. Also
Yeah,
broadcasts.
maybe 1 billion. Or
I don't know,
huge
not that much, but
No.
a decent amount of people, I would
Yeah.
say.
And what's the pressure like when you're in the dome? Because you guys made it to the dome.
I get pressure really easily, but for some reason in the dome, I was relaxed because we were paired with a really good team and we were first seed. So I thought we could do it, and I felt we could shoot one ball, but we weren't backed in fully, so I missed one ball. Then the pressure got to me like,
May Jack add something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the same way I like missed the ball, but like, it's not like there was like too much pressure on me. It was, I just thought it could make it since it was like, my view was like, I thought it was mostly in line, but then when I shot it, it was off by like a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, like half a millimeter. In VEX IQ, it's like 1 millimeter might determine being the best team in the world or second place.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you have to be precise.
So besides, because I mean, you guys have to create the robot first.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have to make sure that you're ready for competition. And so that's precision, but before you even get to the precision of operating, you've got to design it. So how did you come up with your design?
So, we didn't start with building the robot. We started about like the strategy and like engineering, the processing. So we have this thing called the engineering notebook where we write down our thoughts and observations.
And that helps you with developing the right type of robot.
So for us, as like you heard them say, we also started with the very flimsy robot, but so it's kind of like known as a hero bot, where it's like to like give some teams to like start off with a robot. So that's what we did, and we also turned it into like 2 places where it can shoot 2 balls at once. But our roller for the hero bot couldn't store 4 balls, so then we went to a second version, which could actually hold 4 balls and shoot more efficiently. And then we realized that its shooting mechanism was a little slow, so then we switched to this robot right now, which had a high hang and could shoot fast.
Yeah.
So share with us what you guys have as far as trophies. I know these 2 are the national ones that you brought and shared with me as well. Share with me on the global, what did you guys win?
So, these 2, this one is the teamwork challenge. We won for divisional finals. That's where every division has like 100 teams or so. The top like 20 teams will pair up and
In the final.
yeah, division finals, and it's 2 teams per round. So then there will be 10 alliances, and it's the weakest teams to the best teams.
Yeah, and first and second go last. There's like 10 divisions, and I can't remember all 10 of them, but there's technology where we're in art, innovate, engineering,
Math.
yeah, research and
Spirit.
yeah, spirit.
And then this is the skills trophy. It's for second place in the world skills.
They won first place.
Oh, awesome. Very cool.
So here we have obviously the robot skills first place. This qualifies for Worlds next season, I believe. So we're still gonna compete in multiple competitions, but we're already qualified for Worlds for this trophy. We actually at one point had this like back and forth-ish because we sort of messed up a little bit in the beginning, and then for our driving, and then they messed up a little bit for their coding. So then it was like back and forth, who's first, who's second.
Oh, wow.
We were both really anxious, but then at the end we came out on top.
By 2 points.
Yeah, by,
By
2
2
points.
points,
And
wow.
it was really close. And the other award I have here is the Teamwork Challenge, which is basically the same thing. The finalist winner for our division. And Jack, would you like to explain the Amaze Award?
So the Amaze Award was like basically like the robots building and like that impressed like the judges like by their building and their coding.
Oh, very nice. So if you amaze the judges, that's what you got.
Yeah.
So it is so exciting to have 2 teams from Irvine that were in the top at the global. You guys, we are just so proud of you. This is really big. I'm amazed with what you have been able to accomplish, what you have been able to win, and what's next?
So next season, the season called Slapshot. Yeah, so it's where there's 5 dispensers that you interact with, but this is like the only season where you interact with all the things. You have to shoot them like 2 to 3 feet to actually get them to a 4-point zone, and the zones are 2 points, 3 points, and 4 points.
And
The
then
last
1
zone
point.
is 1 point. So you can't shoot too far, but you can't shoot too near.
Right. Just has to be precise.
It's gonna be, in my opinion, one of the hardest VEX IQ challenges. Like with all the turning, with all the knocking down, with all the disc shooting, in 1 minute, it's gonna be really hard to decide like, am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? So it's all about using your time wisely and making every movement very precise and very efficient.
That's amazing. So each time that you guys go into competition, it's a little bit harder, a little more precise, but you're up for the challenge,
Yeah,
right?
we're up to the challenge for
That's
sure.
awesome. Well, I want to thank you for being here and congratulations on your big wins. We are just so excited for you and hope to see more wins come through. So keep us posted.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.